The statistics of stress are astronomical. In fact, it'll only take you a few minutes of searching online to realize just how many people are searching for ways to relieve and manage their stress. Conditions such as stress, anxiety, burnout, panic attacks, depression, and agoraphobia are on the rise. Stress is running rampant and it is ruining people's lives. It is really important that we learn to manage our stress, or more importantly, learn to manage our lives in a way that the stress can better manage itself. My name is Suzanne Price. I actually used to suffer with debilitating stress that manifested into anxiety and panic attacks and burnout and agoraphobia. It literally brought my life to a standstill, and I ended up suffering with this condition for about 10 years. I'm on a mission to help raise awareness for the purpose of prevention, and today I just want to share 3 ideas that I think that everybody needs to be aware of in order to be able to manage your own stress. First of all, it is very important to become aware of and acknowledge where our stress is coming from. Very often our stress and anxiety is a direct result of the lack of control or choice we think and feel that we have over a certain part of our lives or over our lives in general. One of the mistakes that we often make when we are suffering with stress is that we start to focus on the stress itself or on the symptoms and the problems that have come about as a result of us feeling stressed, and forgetting about what caused the stress in the first place. Recognizing the real causes of stress empowers us and allows us to start focusing on what changes we need to make in our lives in order for us to be able to manage our lives and our stress more effectively. Secondly, we need to find a way of managing the symptoms of stress. Stress is a mind-body experience. While the pressures of life, our worrisome thoughts, the things that we dread and fear may well be our causes of stress, many of the symptoms come out through our bodies. The aches, the pains, the inability to fall asleep, the tension, the symptoms that we have when we suffer with anxiety, such as shortness of breath, trembling, shaking, dizzy spells, feeling bewildered, many symptoms. This is a mind-body experience. Because of this, many mind-body therapies or mind-body practices such as yoga, meditation, tai chi, thought field therapy, the tapping, learning to balance our meridians, as well as practicing some very simple spiritual practices, can really help us feel calmer, can lower our stress levels, can put us into a better state where we can think more effectively and we feel more in control of our lives. And very often that comes about by realizing that maybe we don't need all that control over all of those areas of our lives after all. And finally, we need to take a really good look at the way we live our lives in general. It is very important to be aware of how you live your life and to acknowledge whether or not you are living your life on purpose. The lifestyle you lead and the life skills you practice can either help you manage your stress or cause immense amounts of stress in your life. So often these days, People are now so overwhelmed, they're not even aware of many of the things that they do that are causing the stress in their lives, or they feel so trapped and feel that their lives are so out of control that they are stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed most of the time. I truly believe that we are not all supposed to be walking around feeling stressed and anxious and burned out and depressed and suffering with things like anxiety and panic attacks and agoraphobia. It is not uncommon these days for so many of us to put our lives on hold, to follow that carrot on the end of the stick, going after success or certain goals, which are good to have. But meanwhile, we put some of the things that are really, really important to us on hold for way too long. I am talking about the really important things in life. Taking care of your own health and well-being, spending time with family and friends, being socially and spiritually connected. Life is supposed to be lived with happiness and joy and peace and fun and love and laughter, but so many of us is not experiencing any of the good stuff at all. I'm talking about things like friendships, having good relationships. We need to live holistic lives, doing things that really make you happy, having balance in your life, living your life with passion and on purpose. With that said, I'd like to invite you to gather your friends and family, sign up and join myself and friends for an online webinar that will kick off my Stress Less Sundays series of live events, which will offer tips and tools that will help you manage your life in a way that the stress will better manage itself. You can go to my website, thementalwellnessrevolution.com, to sign up for the webinar, and also for the Worldwide Stress Less Challenge, where you will start to receive tips and tools that will help you manage your life in a way that the stress will manage itself.